Wednesday wrap up, 10-4, and marker.
Happy December! AEP is almost over, and this episode, we're going to talk about your end of AEP checklist and some things agents have been talking about. Stay tuned. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime, jingle bells.
You know, we've been listening to Christmas music at our house since October.
Oh, we just turned it on yesterday because we are not a godless anarchy.
You're not those people?
No.
Yeah, we are.
Not decorate early. We
do
don't
not
celebrate early.
Oh, well, we are. I mean, and I'm like that, but I will tell you, the day after Christmas, or no, New Year's, boom, decorations down, done, boom, I'm ready for spring.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about AEP is almost over. For some of you, you are really exhausted. I talked to people who are very bleary-eyed this morning. And remember, there is OEP coming. You have a little blackout period between December 7th and January 1st, but there is something you can do to help your people with MA that you weren't able to get to during the OEP, okay? So let's talk about how many people actually switched during AEP. Don't you feel like the consensus is that all these 20 million people on Med Advantage shop?
It's going to be a huge, I picture like a stampede of people trying to switch their plans, but it's not the case.
And a lot of people kick the tires, but they don't actually move. And this infographic from Kaiser Family Foundation says that people in the 2016 market for 2017 change, that less than 8% of them voluntarily switched. I think that's a shock to most agents because I think they feel that more people move.
I think and even, I mean, all around, I think people think, oh, this AEP, it's going to be la, 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 you know, big, 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 because they think there's going to be, because we saw a lot of movement when it first came out. We saw a lot of movement, new plans, this and that, but heck, I wouldn't want to shop this stuff. This is confusing and a bit of a drag.
What they found is that most people will not move. One, some people don't know they can move. In this day and age with all that advertising, they still don't know. Other people just, the majority of the research says they find that it's too confusing. They're happy where they are. It's too confusing. They either lost their agent, they didn't like their agent, they bought it through a call center, and they feel like they're alone and it's too daunting of a process, so they just stay where they are.
To quote one of my favorite movies, Beauty and the Beast, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. So, involuntarily, what do you think that means, Sylvia?
So if they are an involuntary switch, that means it was a Medicare Advantage plan exit, so their plan pulled and they had to go somewhere else. And this year, I haven't heard of any.
Hardly
any. Some
any.
years we have thousands and thousands and thousands. I'm sure there were some this year, but I haven't heard of any of them. So this over here is people that have a Med Sup and a Part D, and you see a little bit higher switching on Part D, and I've seen a lot of Part D movement this year. A lot more Part D movement than I've seen in the last 3 years.
That would make more sense to me, shopping your drugs.
And a lot of that is because one of the cheapest Part Ds from last year added a deductible that they've never had, and a new one came out, which, you know, like $6 or $10 a month lower, and so the huge exodus of movement towards that other carrier.
It's just seeming like, and I'll just say Anthem, you know, they launched their PDP this year, and I mean, I'm floored at the amount of traction they've gotten. So,
a lot more movement this year on Part D. A lot less movement on Med Advantage than you would suspect.
Yes.
I have a question from Paul in Pittsburgh.
Hi, I'm Paul from Pittsburgh. I have a client who is starting Medicare in about 3 months. They don't have their Medicare card yet, but we know what plan they want. Can I submit the plan with their social and a letter at the end, or do I have to wait until I have that Medicare card number?
Thanks, Paul. Great question. So the bottom line is, if your client does not have their new Medicare number, they have to have it this year before the year is up. And that's something that our office can help you with. All you need to do is just reach out to your marketer, hit us in the box here, and we will let you know.
Box. In the comments below, if you don't know how to go online to get your client their Medicare card, if they lost it or they don't have their new one, go into the comments and we will teach you how to do that. So the answer is you cannot, I had somebody saying, can I just put their SOCH with a T
send a letter
for temporary? So I had an agent said he did 10 of those. He put their SOCH with a T for temporary. Don't do that. If you don't have their number, just put on, you don't have a number, submit it anyway, and they try to match it up. Sometimes that works. I did one 2 weeks ago, and they didn't, he applied for it, but he didn't have it yet. I sent in the Med Sup. They came back and said, hey, we need the number. I said, just wait a second, and 2 days later, they got it, and the whole thing went.
So then that's good.
So it's just, there's a lag, it's a pain. It's going to vary by carrier how they deal with that, but you can't use their SOCH with the T. you have to wait until they actually show up in Medicare's system.
Does
So
the T represent something?
it was temporary.
Oh, temporary.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's how it used to be. So,
We have a new.
wait, before you get to
oh,
your information, I want to say that United Healthcare agents have until December 31st to certify.
as well as Anthem agents,
So,
and probably a whole bunch of other ones, I would assume.
Except
Humana.
Humana, their deadline was November 30th. So if you did not certify with Humana, your renewals are now gone. So call us if that happened to you, and let's see if we can do any triage. But if you're a United Healthcare, Anthem, and other agent, you have until the end of the calendar year. And if you do not certify, all your renewals are gone. So we're doing a reach out to call you. I think we had 600 agents on the list.
Yeah. Just
And, like the first one we called, he said, look, we've had a death in our office. We're really behind. And it's like, okay, but you're going to lose all your renewals. And I can't get them back for you when things calm down. And you then have
this
time
is important
to
this
figure
is,
this out.
Stay up late, call us. We'll help you get through this, but don't be all of a sudden sweating it on December 31st.
Right, because once it's gone, it's gone.
You gone. Hey, we have an ethics class coming up. Sylvia's going to be teaching it on the 19th of December. Everybody needs ethics, correct? For your
Every state requires ethics. So this class I only filed for Indiana. So this is for our local Indiana agents, December 19th in our office here. We are filing it in other states.
We just have a
So
process.
if you want us to come to your state and you have 5 to 10 agents, then we can bring it to your state.
and it's 3 hours.
It's 3 hours of ethics, and every state has a different requirement.
Ethics
Some
is
states
riveting.
require face-to-face ethics. They won't allow you to go to WebCE, which is why we went back into the business of this. So if you need that class, call us, and we can bring it to your state as well.
Now can I do our
You
new
can do your
thing?
affirmation.
So every week we are going to be reading a new affirmation, and if this one resonates with you, we want you to
Go into the comments and tell us.
into the comments and tell us.
We'll
And
mail you the affirmation card.
I need one of these, and we're going to sign these. We're going to autograph these. I don't know if you realize, but YouTube is knocking on our door for superstardom. So here we go. Trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end. Partly because I simply know it is in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener.
Is that what it says?
It does.
Okay, interesting. We haven't obviously read these first. I do want to tell you that if you have
like that.
not certified, do not trust in an exception, because we have
Oh.
agents that have not certified that have written for 2020, and you will be terminated.
A wiener.
So we get these pleas every year, and they're like, but I'm a good agent, and I've written 1,700 cases, and I have this much on the books, and I've never had a complaint. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And whatever excuse you had, whatever death and disability, an unfortunate event that happened in your family, it won't matter.
Yeah.
Those of you that are agency owners, this falls on you to make sure this is getting done. And you're always hiring new people and bringing new people into the system. So even though it's the end of AEP, I want to bring this to you all's attention, because life happens and you got to get these people certified before they sell. Certified, appointed, their license renewed also.
So one last thing before we go. We want to know who has been the best carrier this AEP to work with.
Tell us in the comments. We'll take a tally and do an informal poll.
An informal poll.